Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, Simply Maggie. If you're new here, I teach all things DIY yarn related, and that includes arm knitting, crochet, needle knitting, hand crochet or finger crochet as some call it. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to hand or finger crochet these adorable chunky pumpkins. It's really easy. It takes like 20 minutes and you have some pretty cool Thanksgiving decor. I thought it turned out super cute. I was showing you the back of it, but this is the front. So we're gonna go ahead and get right into it because it is so quick and easy, and I want to keep this video short for you guys, but this is what it looks like. So let's go ahead and hand crochet some chunky pumpkins. This is what you're going to need. We have Premier Yarns Couture Jazz in the color Milk. This is a size jumbo yarn. You could also use 3 or 4 strands together as one strand of super bulky yarn. That would work as well. So I'm going to go ahead and take my wrapper off. That's that. And then for the stem, I am just using some of this jute, I think it's called, rope material. And I'll show you how to do that at the end. So now we'll get right into, that's all you're going to need, no hooks or anything. If you prefer, you can use a jumbo size crochet hook, but we're just going to use our fingers and get to work. The first thing that you want to do is make a magic loop or a cinch circle. And this can be kind of tricky with hand and finger crochet, but we are just going to make it work here. It might be a little awkward at first, but once you finish the cinch circle, it moves along very quickly. I'm going to wrap it around loosely, all 4 fingers, and you want it to crisscross over the yarn here. And then we're going to use our fingers, pull it through and up, and then we're going to grab our working yarn, and we're going to pull it through that stitch on our fingers. And you want to make sure it's not too big of a stitch. Like, you want to keep the stitches, you know, not too big, not too loose. So now we have this, we have our cinch circle here, and we have our stitch here on our fingers. And I can show you how to do that again because I did it pretty quickly there. So we have our crossed over yarn in our cinch circle. We're going to go into the cinch circle and we're going to grab the working yarn, pull it up, insert your fingers, grab the working yarn, which is the yarn attached to the skein, and pull up a chain. That's called a chain 1. The next thing you're going to do is a single crochet into the cinch circle here. And you want to make sure you're doing all your stitches over your tail so that when you are done with this round, you can pull the tail and cinch this closed. So the next thing we're going to do is a single crochet. Go into the cinch circle, pull up the yarn, insert your fingers, pull the working yarn through those 2 loops to create a single crochet. Whoops, there we go. The next thing that you're going to do, we have our single crochet on our fingers and we have our cinch circle still. We're going to do 4 double crochet into the cinch circle. So now we need to do a yarn over. So put the yarn over your fingers. You're going to take, I like to take my index finger, go into the cinch circle, grab the working yarn and pull it up. So now you have 3 loops on your fingers, 1, 2, 3. Now you're going to grab your working yarn with your fingers and pull it through 2. Come on, there we go. And then you have 2 loops on your fingers. You're going to grab the working yarn, pull through those 2 loops. We're going to do that 3 more times. So yarn over and take your index finger, go into the cinch circle, grab the yarn, pull it up. So now we have 3 loops on our fingers. We're going to grab the yarn and pull through 2. Grab the yarn, pull through 2. And like I said, once you're done with this cinch circle, it gets a lot less awkward. That was 2 double crochets into the cinch circle. And then we're going to do 2 more. So yarn over, insert your index finger, pull up the working yarn. Now you have 3 loops on your fingers. Grab the working yarn, pull it through 2. grab the working yarn, pull it through 2, right? So one more, yarn over, insert your index finger, 3 loops on your fingers, grab the working yarn, pull through 2, grab the working yarn, pull through 2. So we have our 4 double crochets, and now we want to do 1 single crochet. Insert your finger into the cinch circle, pull up your yarn, 2 loops on your fingers, grab the working yarn and pull through 2. Next thing you want to do is 4 more double crochet. And I want to make sure I don't run out of the tail here. Just going to pull on that a bit. Okay, so 4 double crochet. You want to yarn over, unravel a little bit of yarn here. You can also pull through the center of your yarn so it's not rolling all over the place. I should have done that, but live and you learn. Okay, then go through, grab the yarn. You have 3 loops on your fingers. Grab the working yarn, pull through 2, grab the working yarn, pull through 2. That's 1 double crochet. Okay, so we finished our double crochets, and now we're going to do a slip stitch as our last stitch here. So pull up the working yarn and then pull it right through. Okay, and now you're going to grab that tail that we have been crocheting over, and we're just going to pull on that. Okay, keep pulling. All right, so we'll tighten that more at the end, but now we have the first row of our pumpkin done. So we have our first double crochet here. We're going to do 2 half double crochets into that first stitch. So a half double crochet is a yarn over, oops, let me insert my fingers here, yarn over, insert your finger into that stitch, pull up the working yarn. You have 3 loops on your fingers. You're going to grab the working yarn and pull through all 3. Okay, and we're going to do that one more time into the same stitch. So yarn over, insert your finger, grab the working yarn. You have 3 loops on your fingers, pull through all 3 stitches on your fingers, or all 3 loops. So you want to do that 3 more times. I'm going to do 2 half double crochet into the next 3 stitches. Yarn over, right? Now we're going to do a slip stitch into that previous single crochet that we did here at the bottom of our pumpkin. So just insert your fingers, grab the working yarn, and then just pull it through that loop. The next thing you want to do is 2 half double crochets into the next 4 stitches. So that would be 8 half double crochets. Okay, and then we're just going to slip stitch into our previous slip stitch right here. So insert your finger, grab the working yarn, pull it up and right through. All right, and we're going to just kind of shape our pumpkin. You can go ahead and cut the working yarn. Give yourself a few inches, and you're going to take the tail you just cut, pull it through, make another loop, and pull that tail all the way through and tighten that. So I'm going to go ahead and weave this tail down through a few stitches. And I'm going to make a knot can actually tie these two right together. That's what you want to do. Just make sure your pumpkin is all the way cinched before you do this. Okay, and then you can trim those up. They'll be on the back of your pumpkin so you won't see them. We have our pumpkin here. Cutesy little pumpkin. We're going to make our stem, so you want to grab your material. You can use yarn of a different color if you want. I'm using the jute because it tends to stand up a bit. I'm going to grab the end of my jute here, and I'm going to make a slip knot. So you just put the two ends together, twist it, grab the working yarn or jute or whatever you're using, and just using your fingers, we are going to make a chain of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull on that. Then you can cut whatever you're using here. Give yourself a few inches. Pull that yarn all the way through. Make a knot. All right, and then you have your chain here. Now we're going to attach it to the top of our pumpkin. All right, so we're going to go ahead and insert somewhere near the middle of the pumpkin there, through to the back. And then I'm just going to go to the back of the pumpkin, turn it over, and we're going to tie a knot with the two ends of the stem. Just going to do a double knot. Make sure it's where you want it. I'm going to trim that up. And there you have your stem. You can make it smaller or bigger. This one I think was a bit bigger. This one's a little smaller, but there you have it. It's as simple as that. Each one uses about 1 skein of the Couture Jazz yarn. There's a little bit left over if you want to use it for like hanging them somewhere. But that's it. That's how you make the crochet pumpkins. And you can go through and kind of like pull on it so there's no holes, fluff it, squish it, whatever you want to do. I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving and holiday season, and I will see you in my next video. I think I got some yarn in my throat. I swear I got yarn in my throat.